What's up everybody, I'm Austin. These aren't Z1 products, these are Morimoto's. And if you have a 370Z, you know that Morimoto has been leading the way for years now on headlights and taillights. They are by far our #1 best-selling light product for the 370Z, and with good reason. They're everybody's favorite, they look good, they perform fantastic. You guys already know, I don't need to tell you. Well, what's exciting is they came out with 2 new lines of headlights, another generation for the taillight, and also, everybody get excited, we finally have an alternative for the DRL 2015 Nismo front bumpers. They have a great option. We're gonna run through it, tell you ins and outs on all these, what's different from the original ones, and yeah, let's get into it. All right, so first thing I gotta tell you guys, we got the Generation XBs over here, head and tail. These are the EVO Hybrids head. This is the XB, it's still called XB, just Gen 2 taillight. And the reason why I don't have the new XRGB or the Nismo DRL on the table is because we had to do an install video. We wanted to familiarize ourselves with the products first before we told you everything about them, make sure we are confident in what we're talking about. So they're actually on Doug's car behind me, right here. So as I'm talking about those, we'll overlay some footage and get into it. All right, so we're gonna start with the XRGB Evo, right? That's why you guys are here. That's the big flashy one, the big new one that everybody's gonna want. So details about it. Compared to the original XB, let's just kind of start with that baseline. There's 3 projectors, all function as low and high, right? They're all just kind of mildly on during low beam. You turn high beam on, they all get brighter. What's different on the new headlight, XRGB Evo, because don't forget, we got the EVO Hybrid too. We're going to talk about that later. The 2 bottom projectors are on during low beam. And then when you turn on the high beam, the 2 bottoms get brighter, and then the 3rd one up top illuminates. And that is what they call their D optic. It is extremely bright, and it looks really cool behind the lens because it has this kind of quattro lens effect for individual optics on one projector. It's really cool looking. So it's stylish, and it outperforms 1, OE obviously, and 2, the previous generation XBs. So really cool feature on that. All right, also cool new feature. They added these cool little side optics around the bottom and middle projector on both EVO lights, the XRGB and the Hybrid. And what it does is just widen that beam pattern for your low beam. But it's really cool that they not only gave us that on the XRGB, they also gave it on the EVO Hybrid. So it makes that definitely a little more attractive. So moving down from those projectors, we're gonna get into the DRL. Yes, it has RGB. Yes, it can be configured with the Bluetooth app. So really awesome, probably the highlighted feature of the whole thing, right? But what's really cool about it is it's not just the performance that changes in it with those extra features, it also looks better. In my opinion, that's subjective. On the first generation, you kind of had this clear lens with that little bit of texture on it, that kind of dimpling in it. Now it is obviously different design, and it almost has like a frosted glass type effect. So what that does, and again, subjective, I think it looks better because the LEDs behind it, you don't see individual bright spots so much. It all just looks like one beam having that frosted layer on top. And it's a little textured, definitely gives it a premium, ultra kind of feel to it. So also, as you would expect, you can have the RGB off, which gives you the option to run the DRL as just full-time amber, full-time white, and for the turn signal, you get 2 options in terms of operation. It can either turn on and then fade off, which is kind of like the classic OE, but it adds that little bit of fade off so it still has a little touch, or you can do the sequential. And then the last thing that separates the XRGB from all the other lines is they actually added 2-tone color integrations in the actual housing. So most of the time they are this piano black on like the Gen 1, and even the EVO Hybrid is all black. It's not piano black, it's kind of got like a matte black finish. On the XRGB, it is a matte black housing, but they've also added these really nice titanium kind of matte finishes around the projectors, down in the bottom corner of the headlight, and they even added the little Morimoto brand on it. I think it looks really cool. And then as standard with all the lights, the XRGBs, easy to install, right? Plug and play, simple, easy install. Just take the bumper off, they go right in. Fit up to the fender really nice, fit up to the bumper really nice. Harnesses are all OE grade, plug right in. It's a really simple install. And all of these lights come with a 5-year warranty. So good to back that up too. All right, so that's the XRGB. From there, we're gonna start getting into the EVO Hybrid. So we're gonna going down in price point here. So a lot of the same features as the XB, original Gen 1, but what has been updated is the look, the design, right? It's kind of, think of it as the in-between of the Gen 1 XB and the XRGB Evo. It's got that nice matte finish on the inside rather than the piano black. It does not have the titanium accents that the XRGB does, but still low beam output has been improved. High beam output has been improved. All right, so the DRL and the EVO Hybrid is definitely a cool and upgraded look from the XB, but it does not have as many features as the XRGB. So there is no welcome sequence and there is no sequential turn signal. So it is only white on full time. And when you use the blinker, it will rapidly on and then a fade off. So you still get that little touch, feels different from OE, feels a little more, I would say, elegant, right? It still looks great because it has that smoked, it's not smoked, it's like that glass texture, almost like a frosted look, which again, I think I like more than just the clear glass. Also need to mention that these things are still vertically adjustable plus or minus 6 degrees. So if you've done something crazy, you got a rally 370Z, if you do, send me photos, that'd be cool. If you got a drift car, no matter what, you can still get this thing dialed in just right. So if you're looking for a new, up-to-date, sleek looking headlight, and you kind of have a budget in mind, right? That's one of your priorities. The EVO Hybrid is a great option. It'll definitely be a huge increase over OE, but maybe not quite all the features that the XRGB Evo would have, but the price does reflect that. All right, that's gonna wrap up the XB Evo Hybrid. XRGB with a little less features and a much better price point. It's the bottom line. Moving from the headlights to the taillights. So we got the Gen 1 here, we got the new Gen 2 here. And the biggest thing you're gonna notice is the upgraded look and design, right? You got the frosted glass there, the red lenses there, whole new bezel on the inside. I think they did a great job updating this light. It does come in smoked or clear. This is the clear. The reason why I don't have a smoked on here is because it's on the back of Doug's car because we did the install video. That way we knew what we were talking about. Really cool feature on the XB Gen 2 is the welcome sequence, right? It kind of, as soon as the parking lights turn on, it just welcomes you, does this cool little show. Adds definitely a premium feel to it. Piano black internal bezel. And the intensity on all of these lights and everything, of course, is exceeding OE. So take out your OEs, put these in, it's gonna be brighter. You're gonna notice it. All right, so the turn signal in the XB Gen 2, just like the other XB headlights, is configurable. So you can do a sequential, it's these beams kind of right up here at the top. You can do a sequential pattern, or you can do the typical on and then fade off, right? Gives you the option of either one, whichever you prefer. All right, so that's gonna wrap up the XB Gen 2 taillight. New updated sleek design, welcoming feature, configurable turn signals, smoked or clear. Really cool piece, love it, looks great, definitely worth the update. Like, I think it's a big enough change from this to 100% justify it. And of course, as just like the headlights and even the previous versions, super easy install, plug and play. Like, it is insane how easy it is to change out the taillights on a 370Z. We do have install videos for the heads, the tails, everything. If you need to check that out. And just like everything else, it comes with their 5-year warranty. So, Nismo DRLs. This is one that I personally am excited about because I always felt like there was a hole in the market, right? I think the OE DRLs are around $1,300, which is a hefty price tag for some, little strip LEDs that go in there, especially for you guys that are Nismo converting your 370Z. Yeah, there's a lot of you. That's hard to swallow, $1,300 there. There are some other companies out there, and I've heard some good, some bad. Of course, we have an offering to fill it, not for a light, but we do brake ducts, we do carbon delete plates that look cool, but there hasn't been a good, high quality, affordable option, in my opinion, for these DRLs until now. So thank you, Morimoto. Thank you for sending us the set so we can throw them in. I'm ecstatic about this one. So getting into the DRL, it has this really cool, transparent, almost like a light blue, clear lens on the front. Definitely adds a unique look. I think it matches Doug's car great with his silver, graphite, one of those colors. The DRL can be configured with a little pin in the back that you just plug in or remove, full-time white or full-time amber. The turn signal is only amber, and it only has one operation, which is the immediately on and then the slow fade out. So you can configure your XB head to mimic that, or you can keep the sequential out there. Either way, it looks really cool when you're running both at the same time when you're turning, because everybody will see you and everybody will know that is not a BMW because your turn signal is blinding them in the face. They are a direct fit for the Nismo bumper, so there's no modification. They go right in, they piggyback off of the XBs. There is a auxiliary harness that you have to use that taps into the IPDM, the fuse box up in the passenger corner up by the windshield in the engine bay over there, but it's really easy, simple to run. They give you plenty of length, so you don't have to run it one particular way, otherwise it won't reach. Now you got plenty. Tuck it up out of the way, really simple install. So thank you, Morimoto, for bringing these to market. The 370Z community cannot thank you enough. And if you want to check out more, we got all the listings on the website. We got YouTube videos for install videos on all of it. And yeah, we'll see you next time.